Okay, today we're playing Outflanked, and it's going to look just like this, where we've got the map set up so that I've got the L, and he's got that corner right there. He gets 60% of his force, he gets one ambush, he gets no recon, whereas I do, which is why I've got those guys sitting out there, way out on the flank, and I've got everybody else bundled over here. He's got most of his guys bundled over there, but I have no doubt that the Pack 88s or the Pack 43s are sitting somewhere near that. That's why I put my artillery markers. So let's go through our forces. I've got airborne infantry with the HQ over there, and it's recon. I've got another platoon right over here, priests, 105s, and then I've got a small tank company of 3 stewards, 576s, 576s, which are going to do me no good, and then the HQ of the Shermans back there. And what do you got, Dan?
I got Pack 40s and observation posts, 43s hidden, Hummels, 7-1 anti-air, 8cm mortars, Fallschirmjägers. This is an independent HMG unit. Of course, full complement, 10 stands plus 1 HMG here, 2 HMGs here.
Okay.
Faust for everybody and Shreks for everybody.
And he's going to get immediate reserves from that corner.
Yep,
So,
and I got Van der Height hidden the house.
okay, the HQ's up there.
Yep. Got lucky. I turned my Pack 43s into artillery too. Flak tracks, Corsair, and the machine guns.
All right, and I've got lucky, and I've also got a grasshopper and a thunderbolt. So we'll see how that works out. So we'll come back with American turn 1. All right, so I brought in the grasshopper to range in there, rolled 3 ones. Awesome. Move my infantry up here, and that's about it. So we're going top of turn 1, so go ahead and roll for your reserve. Got it. So you're bringing in what?
Has to be 1 platoons.
Okay. All right, we'll come back with bottom turn 1. All right, so he ranged in his 2 because Germans actually can range in, and killed 2 of my guys and pinned everybody down there. So let me put pin marker. Actually, there's 2 pin markers for the HQ. That's perfect. And that's it.
Yep.
Used his HQ over there and then his observer over here. So now we're going top of turn 2. All right, so he took out my grasshopper all the way over here. My planes came in. I was going to range in on all those guys over there. Couldn't do it. Plane came in, shot rockets at his Hummels, killed 1. Should be burning wreck somewhere.
Oh.
And 1 is bailed out. But here's the story. I snuck up behind his guns here, killed a gun. He broke, ran away, so one of the guns was captured. And so he's down to 1 gun and the observation post. So what do we have here? So that's, yeah, those guys moved up there. Those guys are, and the reason why I was able to get in is because I did a follow me roll with the HQ and that platoon, so I was able to get in there. So now it is bottom turn 2. So what goes first?
See what runs and what don't. See if he unpins.
Okay.
Yes. See if he runs away. No.
Okay. The Hummel. See if he gets back in. Is it fearless?
Remounts 2 up. Protected ammo.
Okay, so he's back in. 1 is destroyed though, so he's gonna.
I took the gun off of it.
Yeah.
And this unit here.
See if they unpin because I hit him with the bomb or the rocket. So they're unpinned, so they're coming through. And reserves, 2 dice.
Yes.
Wow, fast as possible reserves. That's not good. All right, so we go to bottom of turn 2. The only good thing is that I've got guys lined up here, so his 88s cannot ambush in this square, basically. They're going to have to be behind the bocage somewhere. So he's over here. I've got the objective, but I got to wait till turn 6. So we'll see what happens, and we'll come back with bottom turn 2. All right, he got his reserves, and he's piling right here. Took some pot shots, artillery, ranged in, but not great, but it's going to be good for next turn. Couldn't kill anybody, but pinned down my HQ, so we'll see if the HQ gets back up. No, but they get a reroll? No. Okay, doesn't matter. And that's it. So we're going to bottom or top of turn 3. All right, so this is a good round for me. Brought out my tanks down the road. These guys took out the observer, followed me. Didn't have to do anything though because these guys machine gunned the gun to death. These guys hit 12 out of 13 shots and wiped out a bunch of guys there. Plains machine gun took out 2 guys over there. AA couldn't, made 2 hits, but I made 2 saves. And I moved my priest up here. So he's got ranged in artillery. So that's going to be bad for my guys over here, but I've got reinforcements and more reinforcements. And I've got artillery that's going to be able to spot for itself. So we'll see what happens bottom of turn 3. All right, so artillery pinned me down. He got him with 4 guys in the assault. I was able to kill 2 guys in a defensive fire. He killed 1 guy in the assault. I counterattacked and killed his 2 guys. So in all, he lost 4, I lost 1. I'm pinned down, and that was been. Oh, and then you popped your ambush and killed 2 stewards. You bastard! This poor guy, but poor stewards. They didn't do anything to you.
We can survive machine guns. Like those
but here's the thing: they couldn't kill the jeeps, but they killed 2 stewards.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Small targets.
Anyway, so. All right, so let's see. See if my leader unpins.
He does.
And the platoon does.
Yes.
All right, so everybody's unpinned over there.
See
if this guy runs 4 up, and he runs away. Look at that. Took out my whole steward platoon.
Woohoo! 3 points.
Yeah, and that's it, right?
Killed. Yeah, the little exchange there. That's it.
And then roll for planes.
Nope.
Finally don't show up. That's okay. All right, so we'll go to top of turn 4. All right, so we know that the stewards ran away. These guys lined up here and just massacred everybody in the killing field there. I bombarded, almost cheated, but then we corrected it. But he's pinned down over there. Did you lose anybody? You lost 1 guy?
1 guy.
And then over here I bailed out. I bombarded with the priest, bailed out that guy because we ruled that if you're on the hill, you could see over the hedges. And that's it. So we're going bottom turn 4. All right, so devastating bombardment. To the 88's bombarded because they have the artillery card. Mortars bombarded, pretty much wiped out my whole right wing. And then the Hummels repeat bombarding, killed a couple more guys. 3 guys?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Even with the rerolls. So let's see if these guys get unpinned. They do. See if they run away. They do not. See if the red platoon gets unpinned. They do. See if the green platoon gets unpinned. They do. See if the HQ gets unpinned. They do not, but they get a reroll, and they do. So everybody's unpinned. And was that it?
Planes.
Right. And those guys dug in over there. So now planes. See if the planes come in. No, they do not. All right, so we're going to top of turn 5. So it's getting serious. He's basically got 1 turn to come in and beat me. Because turn 6, I believe, it goes hot, and I've got that objective pretty secure.
Oh, I think you've won, but I'm gonna try to kill more of your guys.
Just kill as many of my guys as possible.
Yeah.
All right, so basically what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna repeat bombardment over there, but I'm gonna dig in with the red platoon. They do. Dig in with the green platoon. They do not. And the HQ. And they do. So the green platoon is still vulnerable, which is basically 2 guys under there. And the red platoon is good, and the gold guy is good. All right, so I'm going to make my move, and then we'll come back and see what happened. Basically, those guys all dug in. These guys are going to swing around as fast as they can here. And so we'll just do the bombardment on the air. So I'll repeat bombardment. That's the 105s over there and the priests over there. So they're already ranged in. So how many do I get with the 105s? How many hits? No, that's the priests.
Oh.
They're in the corner.
You get 1, 2, 3, 4.
Just 4?
5.
5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, here's 5 proximity. All of them hit.
Okay.
So re-roll, pick a guy and re-roll his save.
Well, he's out. He's not dug in because he's part of the other platoon.
Okay.
Good. Good. Here. Good.
Wow.
Firepower.
Firepower, dead. I have a 3-up firepower.
Firepower.
Dead.
And
there's one more guy, right? At least one more guy.
I think right there.
That guy? Okay.
Good.
Okay. All right, so then they're pinned again.
Right, whatever.
And then now for the priests.
Priests, they get... You get 4 dudes in this.
All right, so let me do the 4 dudes. Oh, by the way, the NTR ran away because they couldn't get bailed back in. So the 4 dudes needing 4s. So 1 guy.
I'll try to pull it off the heavy machine gun.
Oh, you can't for artillery.
Oh, okay. Well, he's
Made it
good.
safe. You got to re-roll it because it's time on.
Yeah. Good.
Okay, and then the machine gun nest. Got it. And he's good. You got to re-roll. He's good. All right. So I'll move my tanks and go ahead and unpin your guys back there.
Nope.
No re-roll.
Yes.
Okay. And that's about it, right? Yeah. All right, so I'll finish my move with my tanks, and then we'll come back with Dan's turn. All right, so we did some bombardments and killed some guys, right? You killed my Jeeps, which got you a point, so it's now 7-2. Tried to wipe out some guys here, hit some tanks with the artillery. Even though they were Hummels, I was able to shrug them off. So that's it. So turn 6, I hold the objective. I just have some guys pinned down, but nobody has any chance of running away. And that's it. So the Germans do not hold the objective. Dan, would you do anything different?
I'd probably put one of my infantry units dug in, even if it was under the artillery template.
Yeah, that's true. And that's why I put those artillery. I forgot about that. If you put them over there underneath the artillery, I was pretty much, yeah. I understand why you didn't, but you already picked your guys to be off the board. But
and I was happy with my 88 or Pack 43s.
Yeah, when they finally came in, they did some major damage.
They killed the Jeeps. They
Yep, killed the Jeeps, wiped out a whole bunch of my infantry over here. This was a full platoon, and now it's down to 4 stands.
Best point I ever spent. It's
I
worth
agree.
every penny.
I agree. That is a great card. Could always use a little extra artillery. That makes them better. How many points were they? Because that's like 25 pounders now.
They are somewhere in my mess of cards here. Here they are. 3 of them are 13 points.
All right, so 13 points. About 14 with that other one. And they are not forward firing, so they are way better than 25 pounders. These are like the new 25 pounders. I would use these all the time, to be perfectly honest. That's like the ultimate.
And they got face shields too, so it's hard to...
Yeah, they got the gun shields, but if you got them dug in, then they stay dug in because they're gonna rotate automatically. Unlike the other guns, like my 105s, if they rotate, then they're out of their foxholes. So yeah, artillery came into play for me later. I think later on, but your artillery did pretty well throughout the whole game.
My best 4 points was taking out that grasshopper.
Yes, that really slowed down my artillery. It didn't get going until the last couple turns. For me, the planes blowing up that one Hummel saved a lot of my guys because you had to keep re-rolling your hits.
Yeah.
Even though I don't know if it helped too much, but it did help. So, and that was just a disaster.
Well, I wanted to play machine gun this, so I finally I used that finally, and it saved them. And it locked down that end of the board.
Yeah, especially with these guys over here, there was no way I was coming onto this side of the board going for that objective. That means you could put all your points going into this direction.
Yeah, that was like 8 points, and I hold a whole section of the field.
Yeah, so that, especially when you know you're going to play defense, that's a really good one.
I think I'm defense next week now too.
Well, check the thing. Let me see.
Yeah, because
I think you are defense anyway, but I get like a bonus because it's 7 to
Yeah.
1.
we did outflanked. We're on breakout.
Well, no. I think it goes to contact or hasty attack. So if the Germans if the Allies want stunning or major victory in the outflank mission, their advance continues unchecked. So the Allies start rolling for reserves on turn 2 instead of 3. So we got to look at contact, hasty attack. So I get reserves 1 turn earlier.
And it's page 108 of the rule book.
Right. So we'll look that up. And if I remember correctly, it's kind of like you're on one half, I'm on the other.
Yeah.
And we have reserves and we're just going after each other. You know, like you've got 2 objectives there, I've got 2 objectives here, and I'm supposed to attack. So let me grab it and we'll talk about it. All right, so here's contact. We had both of them. I think hasty attack is the new one. I don't know. But the only difference is that the defender gets to place 1 and the attacker gets to remove 1 of theirs. This one's just going to be straight up put 2 there, and then we fight. So I have delayed scattered reserves, so it's only going to be on turn 2 that I start, not turn 3. That's the only difference. And so it's going to be a straight up battle here. We have our reserves. He gets his reserves from that side, and I have to roll to see where they come in starting turn 2. So I'm one delayed. I believe the attacker goes first. And then if you start with tank infantry within 4 inches. Okay, so they are hot. The objectives are hot from turn 1.
Let's see what we're in. 6.
What's a 6?
I don't know the terrain.
All right, we'll be right back. Okay, so it's going to be a farm town. So wheat fields, bocage, haystacks are going to be 1 point. Cliffs, hills, forests are going to be 2 points. Large buildings, 3 points. Small buildings, 1 point. So it's going to be a lot of small buildings, most likely. So there it is. It's going to be a little bit of everything. It's going to be much more diverse, I think.
Oh, yeah.
So Farmtown is where we're going to be fighting this contact mission. Any last thoughts, Dan?
No, I had a good time though. I really wish there was Stukas. That's the.
You're gonna have to take the Fortress Europa to do that.
Yeah.
All right, man. That it?
Yep.
All right, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Oh, and as usual, we thank Dwayne Taylor for the bocage. Get a better shot in there.